We're taking a deep dive into the iBUYPOWER Slate MESH gaming PC, and if this system already has you curious, don't hesitate to tap that link in the bio because this one had me doing a whole lot of digging across the internet. I went through benchmarks, user reviews, thermals, stability tests, and a handful of teardown videos just to make sure everything I'm saying here is based on actual performance and real-world experiences, not hype. Let's start with the Intel Core i7-14700F, which is honestly one of the most impressive parts of this build. This processor brings a mix of performance cores and efficiency cores that work together to handle heavy workloads without breaking a sweat. Whether you're streaming while gaming, editing high-resolution footage, running software like Photoshop and Premiere, or doing all of that at once, the 14700F stays responsive. A lot of users mentioned how snappy the system feels even with multiple tasks running, which says a lot about how well this CPU performs in real everyday setups. Now let's talk graphics, because the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 with 12 GB of VRAM is no slouch. During my research, I found that this GPU holds up extremely well for 1440p gaming, handling modern AAA games with higher ultra settings while keeping frame rates smooth. Some reviewers even pushed it into 4K territory with respectable results depending on the game. Ray tracing performance looks strong for its tier, and DLSS helps squeeze out even more smoothness. It's not aiming to be a top-tier flagship, but it's absolutely punching above its price class when it comes to overall versatility. Moving on to memory and storage, this PC comes stacked with 32 GB of DDR5 RGB RAM clocked at 5200 MHz, and honestly, that's more than enough for most users for years to come. Creative apps love that extra headroom, and games are finally starting to take advantage of higher RAM speeds, so having fast DDR5 is a plus. The 1TB NVMe SSD included here is fast and snappy, Windows boots quickly, games load almost instantly, and your apps open without hesitation. The only thing to keep in mind is that modern games take up space fast, so heavier users may want a second SSD eventually. A big highlight of this system is the Slate MESH case. Airflow is a major selling point here, thanks to that full mesh front panel. During thermal tests I looked at, the CPU and GPU stayed in healthy temperature ranges even during longer gaming sessions. The interior layout is clean, components are spaced well, and the RGB lighting gives it style without going overboard. This is a case that actually looks good while still serving a functional purpose, and that's something not every pre-built gets right. Another thing I found during my research is that iBUYPOWER seems to be more consistent with component quality in this particular model. Multiple reviewers mentioned that the motherboard, PSU, cooler, and wiring were all above average for a pre-built in this price range. You're not getting bargain bin parts stuffed behind fancy RGB. Instead, the system looks like something you'd be proud to open up and upgrade later, and that's a good sign if you plan on keeping this PC long-term. But let's be real, no PC is perfect. The RTX 5070 is strong, but some buyers might expect something closer to a 5070 Ti or 5080 given what competing models sometimes offer. The 1TB SSD is fast but fills up fast too, especially with newer 100 GB to 150 GB titles. And while the airflow is solid thanks to the mesh front, the included fans aren't the quietest under heavy load. That's nothing a future fan swap can't fix, but it's something to keep in mind if you're sensitive to noise. Now, is the iBUYPOWER Slate MESH worth it? Based on everything I researched and cross-checked, I'd say yes for most people. It delivers fast performance, strong gaming power, great multitasking ability, and a design that keeps temps in check while still looking clean. It's a pre-built that doesn't feel cheap, doesn't cut corners where it matters, and gives you a ready-to-go setup without any stress. If you want reliable performance right out of the box and still want room to grow later, this system definitely earns a spot on the shortlist. Click the link below for the best price.